Hi everybody, welcome back. This is April with Plan with April. I'm trying to figure out a way to cut these in half without necessarily tearing them. So, a couple of options I thought of. I could just really fold them over, and really crease the seam and then tear them. Oh, but that makes me so nervous. So I'm wondering how to best go about it. Oof. how to best go about it. I definitely don't want to ruin it, especially now that I've got them all out of the book and they all came out so nicely. Okay. Let's say this works. Let's just say this works. And then I'll need to put them back in some kind of order. So those two go together like that. And then I don't think all of these are going to be in that order. So what I might do for now, just to speed this video up, or just to speed this process up, is match them by their numbers, their month numbers. So I'll put all the 6s together, the 7s together, and do it that way. I feel like I'm going to get really confident in this, and it's not going to end maybe as well as it could. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I would use my paper cutter, but I forgot to order a new knife for it, a new razor for it. So it is about as dull as my molars. It's not gonna cut through this. If anything, it's going to leave a worse tear seam than this is. So there's the yacht. This is very cathartic and therapeutic, just sitting here tearing paper. It's also a tiny bit nerve-wracking because I don't want to tear the page. I don't want to ruin it. And I know I've already taken it out of the book, but we did such a good job with that. Holy cow, I'm mad impressed with Hobonichi and how they put their books together, because that took us quite a bit to take it apart. And yeah. All right, so I think I went backwards. I did. So let me flip this stack over and let's pull from the top and just do all of the 7s together, and we'll just work our way down. I'm hoping I made these into multiple videos, because oh my gosh, this would have been a lot of me, a whole lot of me in one video. I started watching Family Affair on Netflix, the new movie with Zac Efron. That guy looks totally different than he did in High School Musical. And I wasn't I'm not at that age where High School Musical was a big thing for me, but I do remember, the show and the movie and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, he's definitely, he looks a lot different than he did back in the day. Back in the day. It's this first little oomph that gets me. And they're not perfect. Again, if you have been here for a moment, you know. I used to struggle with perfectionism. I would really beat myself up if everything wasn't perfect. I felt like that's what I had to be for everyone in my life, was perfect. And it just caused me to be full of anxiety, and I wasn't necessarily fun to be around if you knew me. If you didn't know me, I was fun because I put on that perfect persona of I have to be fun, I have to be that person. Not anymore. And I don't know what happened that made me go, you know what? If the imperfectness of me isn't good enough, then the perfectness of me is never going to be good enough. So I kind of threw it by the wayside. There are times I struggle when I meet new people to put on that perfectionism, you know, have the perfectly spotless clean house, or, you know, everything is just where it needs to be. If I ever invite you over, well, you're all in. That sounded really trashy. I'm sorry. You're all invited. You can all come over. We'll hang out. We'll plan. We'll do all that. But just know, you know, I will stress clean for 2 days before you get here, just to make sure. Because tell me I'm not alone, but I have that fear that a new friend is going to come over to the house, or a new person is going to come over to the house, a total stranger, and they're going to look at my baseboards and they're going to be like, girl, when have you cleaned these? Like, you haven't ever cleaned these. That is my biggest fear. And it is such a silly fear. Same as like organizing the bathroom closet. We have a big cabinet in our bathroom that holds a lot of stuff, and stuff is exactly what it holds. Like, it's not organized at all. It's at all zero. So I also, you know, when people come over, I'm like, oh, I got to make sure the bathroom cupboard's clean. The cabinet is like clean and organized, and there's labels on everything so that they know what it is. And it's like, who's opening that cabinet? Like, everything you need is right there. Like, it's out in the open. You wouldn't need to. And yeah, it's just, that's the weird things that go through my head. That's still the perfectionist in me, where I want everything just to be, you know, clean and welcoming and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know that our house has ever been like dirty, cluttered for sure, because of me. Wes is like super tidy. Wes could be a minimalist and be really happy with that choice. Not me. I am a clutter bug. I like my things out where I can see them. So that's the kind of like stuff I have to pick up and do. And, you know, baseboards, because who doesn't look at baseboards? And I say that, I've never looked at someone's baseboards ever. In my entire life, have I gone into somebody's house and was like, ooh, your baseboards are clean. No, I've never, ever. Now I'm going to have to look. I'll forget the next time I'm at somebody's house. But yeah, those fears that I have, or those unrealistic expectations I have of myself, I don't set those expectations on anyone else in my life. Like, and like I said, it used to be worse. It's a lot better now. It is a lot better. I think that's why Wes and I work so well, because he likes tidiness. He likes everything to be in its place, but he's not a monster about it. Like, he doesn't get upset if the dining room table has a bunch of planning supplies and the cats have brought out, you know, 4 rolls of washi tape to pretend like they're tennis stars. They do that a lot. You know, he'll say, you know, if you put it back when you're done planning. And it's like, yeah, I know. And that's about all he says, because I'm not going to put it back when I'm done planning. It's going to sit on my desk until it gets so overwhelming with clutter that I'm like, I need to clean this up. And that's about, gosh, maybe once a week. Maybe. Most likely more like once a month. Like, I have a stack to the left of me. Oh, that's the song. Jokers to the right, here I am stuck in the middle with you. Anyway, I've got a stack of like papers and books and old planners and new planners and things that I need to put away. And then on this side, I've got all my washi tape and a pair of glasses. I'm not sure. I must have brought those in here for something. And so, yeah, I mean, I definitely need to tidy the place up. And after I get done with this, I probably will. I need to restage my desk. This desk was made for me by Wes. He's such a good guy. He really, really is. I can't toot his horn enough. Like, he's such a keeper. I'm so lucky to have him. And don't worry, he won't see this because he's gone. I'm actually doing all the video editing this week. So I'm not trying to, like, you know, brown nose or anything. But he really is. So he built this desk for me. It is out of lumber from just the lumber store, and then he took it outside and burned it with a giant like propane burner that you burn weeds with. I know. And then he put a like an epoxy over it so that it gave it this really great texture to write on, because I told him I need it to be smooth, because if I'm writing and there's even the slightest bit of bumpiness or anything like unevenness, it'll mess up my penmanship. And he's like, okay. So he spent hours sanding the top of it and, you know, having me put my books on it and write and see if it was smooth enough and if it was level enough. And he just spent a lot of time on it. And right now it is hardly any of the desk is showing. It's only pretty much this area where you can see. Everything else is just cluttered. So I need to reset it today before I film any other videos after I get these done, because I'm like mid-project and now I'm like, let's just get this done. Put everything away. I love a clean house. I absolutely love a clean house. The effort is like, what, 10 minutes a day? When he's gone, for me, you're gonna laugh at this. So I do not enjoy making the bed, ever. Not even when I was a kid. I did not like making my bed. I didn't see any reason in making the bed when you're just going to get back into bed, you know what, 12 hours after you get out of bed? I know, listen to me. I don't make our granddaughter make her bed. Like, no, if you don't want to make your bed, don't make your bed. It's fine. It's fine. The world is not going to fall apart if you don't make your bed. Wes makes our bed every single day. So when he's gone, I do not unmake his side of the bed. I only unmake my side of the bed, and I sleep on my side of the bed. And then when I get up in the morning, I may or may not make my side of the bed. But then the day that he comes home, I make sure that the bed is made. I know. Hold on. He just sent me a spot notification. He's out riding. All is good. I'm having fun and safe. Okay. A couple weeks ago, he was out on a ride and he sent... So Spot is mandatory for me. Like, I am a safety Sally when it comes to his riding. He rides... So he has 2 different dirt bikes, and then he has like an on-road off-road bike. He's on the on-road off-road bike this week, and they do like roads, and then they do like gravel and off-road and all of the things. Well, when he first started doing this and he was traveling alone, I told him that I had some stipulations. You know, I had some ground rules that had to be followed when he was out by himself. One of those ground rules was he had to get this thing called Spot. And what Spot is, it's a satellite tracker that attaches to his body and his bike. And if he gets into a crash and he's not able to call for help, this device gives him so many seconds after a crash, like maybe it's 90 seconds after an impact, that he can reset the button. And if he doesn't reset the button, it will reach out to the nearest emergency services and get help for him. And it tracks his latitude and longitude, so I always know where he's at. And it's satellite driven, so it's not like, it's more accurate than like your cell phone. Like if you have an iPhone and you have Find a Friend, Find My Friend, or 365. Oh, hold on. I'm either going too fast or too slow. If you have those, you know how it can be a little sketchy finding your friend because there's like glitches in it. With Spot, he can send me messages wherever he's at, and it tells me exactly the pinpoint where he was or is. So if anything happens, I can also call emergency services and tell them exactly where he was when I, got the message. So there's a caveat to this. Last week he was riding and he was with 2 paramedics and then another guy that he was with who's an engineer, and they were riding, and I get this Spot notification on my phone and it says, send help, bike down. I'm at work sitting at my desk and I'm like, what? Wait, what? And to be honest with you, when it first came through, I thought it was just his normal, I'm having fun, I'm being safe, I love you, that message, right? So I wasn't like freaking out yet. And then I hadn't even read it. Like, I was just sitting at my desk, I was typing, I was working, I was doing my thing, and then another one comes through. And I have my notifications to where it just says, you have a new text or whatever. And then another one comes in, and I'm like, okay, what the heck is happening? Like, he never sends this many in a row, ever. Like, he's never done that. So I open up my messages and I read, bike down, send help. And my heart, like, stops, and I feel like I'm just gonna lose it. And I'm like, okay, keep it together. Remember, he's got 2 paramedics with him. If something happened, they've got him. Like, don't panic. And then the same message comes through again, and I'm like, okay, I am panicking. He ended up pushing the button, the send help button, like 12 times, and it's just boom, boom. Even now, talking about it, I shake because it was, oh, I'm glad it happened and I could experience it. So maybe next time it happens, I won't be so triggered, or I don't know the right word. Reactive. Reactive is a good word. So I gave him a few minutes to text me and let me know. That's not true. I immediately sent a text in all caps. Are you okay? 19,000 question marks, send, right? I get nothing back. Nothing. Zero. Nothing. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay, worst case scenario. Let's worst case scenario this. What happened? Because, that's where my brain goes. So, still haven't heard anything. It's been maybe 45 seconds. I make it sound like it's been a long time. It hasn't. But 45 seconds when you don't know what's happening with someone is such a long time. Such a long time. And I'm helpless. Like, I'm sitting at my desk at work. He is 6 hours and 20 minutes away from me. So far away from me, right? So I am sitting there, I'm waiting, I'm getting really worried, I'm getting super impatient. So I text one of the paramedics who is actually their follow guy. So he's in the truck, he's setting up camp, he's doing all of that. So I text him, I'm like, hey, just got a spot message, is everything okay? And immediately, like not even half a second, 3 dots come on the screen, and I'm like, oh, thank God. Like, just tell me what's happening and I'm going to be okay with it. Maybe, it can't be worse than what's running through my head. In my head. Yeah, it was like, let's do worst case scenario game. So I get the text back from him. He's like, yeah, it was one of the other riders. He took a hard fall, missed a corner. Wes is fine. So, instantly I'm like, okay, thank goodness. And then the next second is, wait, is the other rider okay? And he's like, yeah, no big deal. Everything's fine. I'm like, okay. So then, I just kind of let it be. My voice is still shaking. This is so real. This is so recent. Like, you're getting my reactions. And I haven't talked about it other than with Wes, So I finally break down. It's been probably, 6 or 7 minutes since I realized what the text messages were that I call Wes. And I'm like, please answer, please answer. He answers. I'm like, hey. He's like, I'm okay. And I said, I know. I talked to, I heard that. And he's like, yeah, I didn't know if that button worked. And I'm like, hey, just knowing that everything's okay and, it does work, I'm really glad. And I said, but when you get home, we need to talk about a game plan, because I was about 3 minutes from, taking the day off and just driving to your last known location. And he laughed. He's like, yeah, don't do that. Stay at work. I'll call you tonight when we get to camp. I'm like, okay, cool. So yeah, that was my Spot story. So now, anytime I see the notification of Spot, I don't even hesitate. I just grab my phone wherever I'm at and I check it just to make sure it is not that message. Oh, tell ya. I'm so glad he has it though. Like, and then he can choose who he sends those messages to. So like, of course, the need help one he sends to the friends who are, can rescue him and me, which part of me is like, I don't know that I want to be notified if you're hurt. Like, I don't know. I do and I don't. I do and I don't. No news is good news. I was raised that way, but that was before we had cell phones and, you know, satellite trackers and all the good stuff that we have now. So I don't know that I want to be in the unknown, but whew, that'll get your heart racing. Look at us. We're just tearing these papers like it was meant to be, telling stories. Trying to think if I have any other stories. Did I tell you guys about the elk in the orchard this morning when I got up? I think I did. I think I mentioned that in my first video. Well, I had gone down to turn on the hose for the garden, and there was one like eyeball in the garden. I'm like, oh, I don't think so, ma'am. So as soon as I turned on the water, it startled her. And I don't know if she was the lead cow. Like every herd has one girl elk. They call them cows, which is kind of mean, but that's just what they're called. They have one lead cow, and it's her job to notify the rest of the herd if there's danger or if they're safe. So she saw me and was like, I don't like this at all, and then called the whole herd out, which kind of bummed me out because they had like 6 babies. Maybe I'll post a picture on community so you guys can see. They had like 5 little baby elk, which are still the size of like a pony. They're huge, beautiful animals, but huge and so destructive. Like you can hear them just crashing through the trees. Like they're like the honey badgers. They don't care what they destroy. They're just destructive, but so beautiful. So anyway, they didn't get into the garden, which is good because I would have cried. I'd have been upset. Yeah, so that was that. Still trying to get the house cooled down this morning. We don't have central air, which most of the time I would say we wouldn't use it. There's just usually a couple of weeks around this time that we get into like triple digits. Ooh, and it is miserable. So I try to get up early in the morning, open up the house, turn on all the fans, and get some airflow. I can't do it at night because Stark has figured out how to push the screens out of the windows and then does his escape artist thing. And honestly, I don't want to worry about him outside in the dark. I know. And he gets angry. He'll come into the bedroom and like bat my face with his paw. Like, hey, lady, I want to go outside. Like I'm an outdoor cat. He's not. He thinks he is, but he is not. He is a bougie indoor cat. He wouldn't know how to survive if he was a barn cat. Although he has 2 friends, both Stark and Pepper have 2 friends that are barn cats. They're feral, and I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, I'm totally supportive that they have their friends and that's fine, but these cats, they are feral as all get out. There was one time I was going to leave food out on the porch, and Wes reminded me that if I did that, the fox and the skunks would probably come up on the deck too. And I'm like, oh, well, that's not the best idea then. He's like, no, feral cats, they find plenty of mice, let them do their job. That's what they do. And I asked him, like, where do barn cats come from? He's like, I don't know. They just kind of show up in the barn. It's like you have a barn and then you automatically have barn cats. It's the weirdest thing, but it's true. Like we have 3 barns, and we have at least 2 barn cats. We have 2 that I've seen. We might have more, but I've only seen the 2. Probably because that's Stark and Pepper's little friend. Hi, friend. This is super chatty. Maybe I should have done this in a live. Okay, if I ever take a book apart again, which, well, I don't know if I will. I don't know. We'll see. If I ever take one apart again, I will do a live so that I can chat with you. Chat with you while I'm doing this. I stopped because I smelled fresh French toast. That was weird. I seriously did. I was like, oh, maybe I'm craving French toast. Maybe that's what I should make myself for breakfast. Dun, dun, dun. This is actually working out better than I thought. And I did put a blank piece in the Filofax to see what it was going to look like. It is shorter by, I don't know, maybe more than 1/4 inch on each side, or on top and bottom. So I don't know aesthetically if I'm going to have to like cut down everything to fit. Pardon me. Get some coffee. Anyway, I'm probably going to have to cut down the dividers that I have in there so that everything is the same height, because that most likely will bother me if they're different heights, I'll be honest with you. So I'll make sure everything is the same height. And then, because these are so thin, the paper's so thin, I really think I can get the last 6 months of the year in there and not have any problem with space. And I was thinking last night, because this is when I decided that I wanted to try this, trying to figure out what I wanted to use this for, right? And I'm pretty confident that I have decided this is going to be just my catch-all. Everything's going to go in here. So any kind of appointments that I have, any kind of schedule that I have to make, like if I have a staff meeting, I'll put it in here. Birthdays, anniversaries, book club, you know, anything that I have that I need to go to, any kind of appointments. But I also want to do like a daily checklist of things that I want to get done. I am actually doing, why is this not folding? Why is this not cooperating? I am actually doing really, really well right now in my Hobonichi dailies. That was weird. Hobonichi dailies. So I want to continue with those in the A5. But I think I can do something different in this one as well and still keep it, because this is only the dailies. Like I don't have any weeks. It's just the dailies in the HON. Oh, I forgot to tell you, that's what I took apart, was the Hobonichi HON. Dun, dun, dun. And it is only days. So every day I will get up and put like my schedule in here, what I want to accomplish, what I need to get done, maybe some household chores. It'll just be my catch-all. And I'm really excited to have a catch-all planner. And whereas I have a difficult time filling up the pages in my A5, I don't think I'm going to struggle to fill these up. They're pretty small. And then I'm going to have to figure out what pen I want to use for this. Dun, dun, dun. I'm either thinking the Muji 0.5, because that has a really nice writing tip. It's very, very small, so it's, you know, it's going to have a lighter print, finer letters. And for something this small, that'll be good. I also haven't decided if I am going to fill this with decorative items. I don't know. If I do, it's really going to bulk it up. And this is the English version, so I'm not trying to cover anything like at the bottom. So, I don't know. First steps first. First things first, I'm a realist. I'm not. I'm not. First things first is just getting it cut and then punched. I'm almost gonna knock you out. Get it punched and then get it into the Filofax to see what it's going to look like. And then once I do get it in there, then I need to cut down the dividers that I have. And you know what? I might make new dividers. It's not like I don't have enough craft paper, like scrapbook paper, to do my own in-betweeners. I could totally do that. And then I could probably pick out some paper that like matched the month colors. That might be pretty. I mean, it would be pretty. Not might be. It definitely would be. We are almost through the month of November. November. This one has a little bit of glue on it. I can feel it. I can feel it. I was going to take my polish off so that I didn't have the chance of leaving purple anywhere, but then I was like, no, I don't want to wait. Like, ooh. I want to get this project done. I don't want it sitting on my desk in the unknown status or the middle status. Okay. Look at us making progress. I don't know where that was from. Sing song, sing along. All right. I am liking this a lot. I'm excited. Dun, 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 dun. A little phenomenon. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Oh, so back to a family affair. It's with Zac Efron and who is the really tall blonde that used to be married to, not Tom Selleck, Tom Cruise. Oh my gosh, this is how my brain works. I can see her. I can see her in my head. Really, really tall. Nicole Kidman. She is in it also. Man, she is striking. Like, she is. She does not look much different than she did when she was married to Tom Cruise, to be honest with you. Cute movie. Haven't finished it yet. There was another one I watched the other night. I gotta get all caught up on my rom-coms while Wes is gone. It was Mother of the Bride with Brooke Shields. And I've never really been a Brooke Shields fan. Like, she was a little bit before, like, my movie going times. Like, The Blue Lagoon was probably when I was a kid. I've never even seen that movie. Anywho's I remember Brooke Shields from, like, the Lazy Boy commercials. So when I saw she was in it, I was like, oh, okay. And I'm going to get it wrong. What was he in? The other main character. Like, I can see the TV. He was in a TV show, I think. I don't think it was. Anyway, cute movie. If you're looking for a cute rom-com, that's a cute one. Oh, I got a little crazy. Whoopsie-daisy. That's okay, because they're going to be on the inside. The other thing I just thought of is, by doing this, am I creating additional bulk? Because it's, oh, see, that is all glue. That is glue. Am I creating more bulk by not cutting these down? Because those frayed edges they're gonna create bulk. So the answer to that question is yes, I am creating more bulk. The real question is, will it be too much bulk? And I don't think so. And I wonder, is it wonder or wander? I think it's wander. We're gonna go with that. We are gonna go with that. We are almost there. This is December. Eminem's album dropped yesterday. And if you are not a huge Eminem fan, I'm so sorry. I have been a fan of his since his early days, like when I was in high school. Absolutely. Yeah. Anyway, new album dropped. Listened to Toby, which is one of his new songs, and it was amazing. I need to listen to the rest of the album. Ooh, maybe that's what I'll do. Oh, I like this idea. I'm just full of it today. Maybe after I get this project done, that'll be my goal. Get the project done. And then while I am cleaning off my desk and restaging it for more videos this weekend, I will turn on his new album and listen to it. And then I'm done with that, I'll probably be done organizing, because it's a pretty solid album. I mean, it's got quite a few tracks. I love that I'm old enough that I call them tracks. Also, does anybody have a record player anymore, like in their house? I've thought about getting one just to have like the sound, you know, that sound that a record makes. I remember when my parents bought the first CD player. Yeah. Wes hates that voice that I do. He's like, you sound like, who does he say? I don't remember who he says. But he doesn't like it. He's like, do not do that. Do not do that voice. Anyway, I have thought about getting one. Oh, this one has a bunch of glue on it too. Darn it. We have a record shop the next town over. Okay, all of these things that I'm saying make me sound, it's, yeah, aged. So if we travel to the next town over, not our town, we'll find a record store. Oh man, I crack myself up. Hopefully I'm cracking you up. Hopefully this is what you came here for today. You're not disappointed. Although I will tell you, I have, because I watch my videos back when I edit them. There have been times that I'm like, oh, April. Like, I will shake my head at myself like, oh my gosh, what are you thinking? What are you doing? Yeah. Okay, so now we're getting to the end of the month, where I'm only saving half of these because there's the 31st. Or any of the, there's the 29th. Okay, so we're just going to be doing half of these pages as saved. I think originally I had purchased this one to use at work, and then I did find that I needed a larger page. This just wasn't big enough for what I needed to track every day at work, so that was that on that. And actually at work I'm using an 8x10 found Erin Condren vertical planner, and I'm really liking it a lot. It's in the champagne color. Oh, it's so pretty. And you guys all know how I feel about that 80-pound Mohawk paper. Love it. I just love how the juicy pens look so dark and vibrant on that paper. Like, it is amazing. Is this our last one? This is the last one. It's the final countdown. Okay. Okay, we got a little bit of glue, which is okay. This is just a page. Oh, why do I always do this? Like, I get to this and I'm like, I don't want to throw this away. Like, this is usable. Okay. Totally usable. I'll just set it aside. Set it aside. Decide later. I'll decide later. Okay. So the other thing I need to do now is, all right, let's do this, because I want to be able to show you the process of this. Not that I've ever done this before, but I've thought it out in my head, and I want to be able to show you what I'm thinking before I end this video and we start anew. Because really, this is going to be a series. Episode 1, Episode 2, Episode 27, we finally get everything into the Filofax. Who is that? I don't know. Okay, so they all have to be punched on the same side, I believe. So if I have the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, and the 30th. Yes. Okay. I'm probably not going to backdate this. I'm probably not. Or do I? No, because July is the 6 months, right? Yeah, so no, I'm not going to. But I'm going to show you on these, because I'm a little nervous still of punching them. I'm going to do one page at a time, which is going to take forever. So what I'm going to do off camera, because I don't know how to edit the videos and like speed them up on DaVinci, which is the software that Wes uses, I am going to punch them. Do I want it like that? I'm going to punch them off camera. All right, let me try two at a time. Okay, that worked. Now, the question is, do I, and I've already answered it in my head, I think what I'm going to do is happy planner cut these and do a slit in each one of these so that I can tear it out and put it back in to the book or the Filofax without having to open the rings. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, so that's where we're at. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to let you take a break. And then when I come back, I will have punched all of these, and then we will either start putting them in the book or I will make the dividers. Either way, you're going to see the whole process. It'll just be episodic. That's kind of fun, right? It's kind of exciting, something to look forward to. All right, I love you. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Go, do CB, and I will meet you down in the comments. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.